Welcome everyone. Today I'm with Raul, who is my amazing client and who agreed to speak about his success story, which I'm really excited about. So thank you, Raul, for being here. And could you just introduce yourself to kick it off?
Yeah, thank you, Paulina. It's a pleasure. I'm an orthopedic in my own practice. Right now, we have like around 20 employees. We scaled a lot over the last years, and now I had the pleasure of being coached by Paulina for 6 months, and that really gave me the step to the next level. I was like, we developed a lot. I mean, I'm in the Tony world, learning a lot, doing a lot of personal development, having had and having many different coaches. But with that, I somehow hit a ceiling, and there it was very, very valuable with Paulina to look at that and find the leverage and the ways to open that threshold for getting to the next level. And it's every time very valuable to have this outside view. Yeah, right. As a coach, right? Being the player on the field, there is many things you know about the game, but you don't see it, right? And they're having a partner from the outside helping you to see and helping to direct was and is very, very valuable.
I love it. You jumped right in. I love it so much. Thank you. And Raul, if you think about because where you were, you say you were stuck with, even though you were in Tony Ward and you had a lot of other support. Actually, yesterday, one of my clients from the group program mentioned that he had 5 different coaches and he was like always at the same level. Like he was constantly like, nothing was changing. And I didn't even know that. This was quite incredible to find out. But if you were to like really bring it to like in reality, what did it mean that you were stuck? Was it that the revenues were always the same, or like you were always like falling back? It's like what? How did it look like for you specifically? Because you were already successful, right? It's not like you were not successful, but somehow you didn't feel that, right? So how did it show up in the reality before you joined my program?
For me, I was very successful, and I think I like I hit a ceiling where I had surpassed my goals, and and I had worked a lot, and I was a little bit exhausted, and so there was missing drive and vision and the picture of the possibility where to go. Still, we were having great success, keeping the numbers with me stepping back out of the business. But I was kind of at a ceiling, and I was really tired. And that's also, maybe I would say, one of the main shifts I've made over the last 6 months, that stepping back and having a lot more fun and enjoying a lot more and celebrating and being aware of the life I have, while having that and celebrating that I'm still having the same business success. And even though like keeping that level and preparing really for the next level. So this last with 30% less stuff, we kept the numbers, with me stepping a lot out of the business, taking more care of my health, and fun time. We kept that, and we prepared for the next level next year. And I already know that, like, after doing this and this for some time, I know it's going to make a big jump next year, and I'm
I
really
love
looking forward to that.
I really love it. And thank you for saying that because whenever I talk to initially with leaders, CEOs, business owners, they all really they overwhelmed, they tired, and this fire is out. It's like, especially after you've run business maybe for 10, 15, 20 years, and it's just like, oh, the same, like some of it is fun and some of it is just not really exciting. And typically when I just now am talking to someone who is like, oh, I can only do it in October because now first I have to do those things, they think that they will be more busy with me helping them, and that they will write that they will have less time, and that it's going to add to their like overwhelm, which I'm like, no, that's the point. Like, so what's your take on that? Because you literally said that, right? You step out, reduce stuff, reduce your time, spend more time on the boat, like having fun, right? Totally enjoying your life, your time with your wife, with your family, and business. And again, it's very different to have that kind of life, right? Like, what would you say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not about working more and adding on the plate. It's about working not even smarter, but sometimes it's just really working, doing, or being with a different attitude, a different mindset, and that makes a big shift, getting even better results with ease.
I love it. I love it so much. And so, what would you summarize if you already mentioned some? What were your biggest wins, like that you really celebrate? And again, like more some mental, energetic, how you feel, and some like actual that you like, the more travel you do, like that you really see in your changed in your life.
Yeah. Um, Many things, but summarizing: more quality time,
Mm.
more really taking care of myself, um, being more at peace, um, and having my business thrive while being more at ease and having fun.
Yes, I love it so much. And what about impact you want to make? Maybe can you just share how that changed like your vision as well? Because I think that was big, and we also discussed about that you're elevated to that thinking about which you always wanted, right? You're pure love and you really want to do best. But like how can you now change the way you will impact the world versus what you were even thinking before? Because I think that changed quite a lot.
Yeah. That was an important, or is an important key for my next level, to really focus and get that into my perspective, what I can do philanthropy wise, and having impact on the life of other people, saving lives, um, adding to the quality of other people's lives. Um, that's for me an important thing, driving forward to the next level.
Yes. And you know why I want to mention that? Because my mission is to really support leaders and people like yourself who really want to impact the world. So I'm not interested in people who want a Porsche or Bentley. I mean, I'm not, I wouldn't be your coach. Please don't come. But like it's really important for me to help and help with that leverage and that support to people like you, because when you step out of your business operating and you can work on the business, and by the way, empower your team and lead the leaders in your team, you will then have more time for the work that will massively create impact as well on top of the business that creates impact, because your business is very impactful already, right? So you can also grow that business and create more with also the money you make. And this is just such a beautiful testimony, and I really want to thank you for that, because it takes, like maybe less than 0.5% of people that actually do that, right? Um and we leaders get judged a lot, for many things, and and really that's overlooked often, right? But this is the reason why we do it and why you do it. So thank you for that.
With pleasure. With
Yeah.
pleasure.
And what would you say to people who would hesitate, or maybe, time, money, spouse, business partner, the objections that are typical, or they hesitate maybe because they say they already have someone, a coach that they work with. Like, what would you say to people who just want to postpone it? I'll do it later, maybe another time. What would you do?
I mean, obviously, um, sometimes it is not the right time, but I believe, in my experience, most of the time, it's just excuses, and stepping forward um, usually is the right thing to do.
Yes, now. Right.
Exactly.
And of course we know, right? I think I know, and maybe but we all have fear, right? Like whenever we buy something, especially when it costs more money, we don't want to feel like, maybe what if it doesn't work, and what if I'm stupid because it doesn't work? Like we all have those thoughts in our head before we invest. What would you say to that? Like, do you think, knowing me, that it wouldn't work, like, or would it work? Like, and I know it's the mindset also. If we see it will work, it will work. But like, what would you, maybe how could you soothe some of that worry, if people have that worry?
Well, of course, it's always uh, bidirectional, right?
Mhm.
Uh, Client and coach, teacher and student have to be, both of them have to be ready, and it's not buying the program and leaning back and waiting what happens. But if you lean into it, and if you have set your outcomes and set your intentions, um, working with you, Paulina, has been very powerful. And I think uh, there is many things you can make happen, and you can always surpass the next that what you think is your next level.
I love it. Thank you so much. And by the way, I do want to add, because it's not about more pressure or more push, not at all, right? Because I also feel it, it's not always about more, and but it is about faster and further, but like you said, with ease. It really is. It's really about creating this beautiful life, doing legendary things by being ordinary but doing extraordinary things. It is about stepping into this leadership for yourself, right? And owning that life we have, like really celebrating that life. And that's really all I'm about. And yes, it needs to be the right moment. I am not here to drag anyone. So I really, thank you for that as well, because it's important. It's not like I'm going to take care of you fully and like I'll just have it for you, right? It's not going to happen, right? It has to be like, I want to empower you truly to become that person. Then I'm really happy. And yeah, I think I don't know if I had anything else to add. Would you have anything else to add? Uh, any final thoughts?
Go for it. Enjoy the process, relax and celebrate.
Oh, I love it. And we need to snippet that and record, right? And listen to it often. And yeah, I think last thing I wanted to say is that having talked to someone who had the objection, oh, I'm now having this, I need to finish that program, or this thing first. To me, as we grow, if I outgrow something, but I hold on to it because I need to finish it, like a book that doesn't, I read half, like how many like people like read half through the book and then it's like, oh, I don't want to, but I feel like I need to finish it. I honestly prefer, like my mindset is now, no, I prefer to just leave that for now and maybe forever, not have attachment to it because I maybe outgrown the book already. Maybe I outgrew the book. Maybe I already got everything from the book, right? How can I be feeling that flow and just moving with what's in front of me, what's that desire, without those like resistant points and feeling stuck? Because as I heard someone say, if I wait, then in the future I'm already like I'm also already like I always catch like then I have to always catch up with who I am. Like I'm never like in that present moment fully being myself, if that makes sense, right? Like energetically and identity wise, it's just something that uh, came. And now what came to me lastly, because we are of course fans of Tony Robbins, he said one thing. Oh, someone said to him, Tony, I will be, I will be where you are, in 5 years or something. And he said, you may be where I am, but I will be further. Like, so because someone like was sort of, being smart about, surpassing Tony, right? So as you keep growing, right, and developing, you're always gonna sort of go further. Yeah,
Yeah,
Raul.
and I think what you said concerning holding on to stuff, I like an analogy from investing that just before because you bought something in the past doesn't mean you should hold on to it. I find it very valuable that evaluating everything in life for the present moment, and if I take that from investing, if I would buy, if I look at a stock, I have to decide, would I buy this stock or crypto or whatever right now? And if not, sell it and not holding on to it because, well, now I lost money on there and I don't want to take the,
Lost.
don't want to take the loss
Yeah.
and avoid that feeling. But then if I believe now that it's not the right decision now to buy, then probably in the future the direction is going the other way.
Yes.
So always decide now what is the right thing now. That's all we can do anyway.
Love this. And this is the mastery of decision making, to understand the sunken cost, right? Because once let's say if I build on wrong foundation, do I continue building once I found out this is wrong foundation? Like, this is so silly, right? Like like just, yes, maybe, but learn from it. Like, it's not ever a failure. I don't think that, right? Like, just learning from it, moving on, getting the lessons and moving on, right? Progress makes happiness. So yeah, I love all of that. Thank you so much, Raul. And I really, really appreciate you. I love celebrating your wins. I love how your energy shifted throughout these months. And really thank you for your trust and the work you do.
With pleasure, with pleasure. Thanks to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.